Why don't people from small towns easily get home loans? Discover the whole truth. Have you ever wondered why someone who has worked tirelessly for years to buy a modest home often gives up even before applying for a loan? Why do people in small towns still only dream of owning a house, while in the same country, someone sitting in a metro city can get a loan worth crores approved with just a few clicks? This isn't just a story about money. It's about an invisible wall that stands between the dreams and reality of small-town citizens. Today, we're going to dive deep into this issue. But before we begin, if you're new to our channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you always stay updated with our latest videos. So let's begin today's discussion without any delay. Today, as real estate prices are rising everywhere, buying a home is no longer easy for the common man. A home loan has become the only way to fulfill this dream. But once you step outside Delhi, Mumbai, or Bangalore, the road to a loan becomes full of thorns. For people living in smaller cities, reaching a bank, understanding the documents, and trusting the process, each of these steps often leads to failure. Atul Monga, CEO of Basic Home Loan, explains that customers in smaller towns, especially first-time borrowers, often lack formal income proof, a credit score, or the understanding of the loan process. Most of them work in the informal sector, where salaries aren't reflected on paper but paid in cash. So, when banks evaluate their profiles, the system considers them high risk. The result: loan rejected. Another major challenge is the lack of awareness. People in smaller towns often stay away from the technical jargon of loans, EMI, interest rates, processing fees, approval timelines. They fear being scammed by signing something they don't understand. And when there's no local agent or trustworthy guide to help, they end up abandoning their dream of owning a home. But is this problem only about awareness? No. When loan companies or banks try to expand into smaller towns, they too face challenges. Often, property titles are unclear, meaning there's no transparent record of ownership. In some areas, there's a lack of RERA-approved projects. In such situations, neither banks want to take risks, nor do customers feel confident to proceed. That's why people like Atul Monga are now advocating for a Fizital model, a combination of digital tools and physical networks. This means having local agents who can speak the customer's language, understand their specific needs, and explain what steps to take, which documents are required, and how the loan process works. This becomes the crucial link for building last-mile connectivity. Basic Home Loan has paved a new path in this direction. They appoint trained agents in smaller towns who establish direct contact with locals. These agents don't just collect documents, they earn the customer's trust. Using digital tools, they upload documents, speed up the process, and guide the customer at every step. Another big challenge is that sometimes property prices are very low, like 6 to 7 lakh, while the bank's minimum loan threshold is 10 lakh. This gap makes it nearly impossible to get a loan. In such cases, fintech companies and developers need to design models that are tailored to the needs of small-town India. Now comes the issue of first-time homebuyers. Imagine someone who has never taken a bank loan or paid an EMI before, suddenly entering into a high-value loan process. Wouldn't they naturally feel nervous? Especially when they have no credit history and no reliable source of advice. This is where technology plays a crucial role. AI-based models are now analyzing behavioral data like mobile bill payments, e-wallet usage, and spending patterns to create a new type of credit score. Banks can use this to determine whether a borrower is genuinely trustworthy or not. In other words, salary slips and Form Solar are no longer the only benchmarks. Your digital behavior has now become a new foundation for creditworthiness. In addition, elements like eKYC, digital signing, and property geotagging are bringing revolutionary changes to the industry. Where earlier physical verification was mandatory for loans, now mobile apps and online portals have made it all possible. But amid all these advancements, one thing remains most important: trust. Even today, millions of Indians don't trust banks and fintech companies as much as they trust their local shopkeeper or neighbor. This trust can only be built when lending institutions focus not just on processes, but also on building relationships. Another crucial aspect of the home loan journey in small towns is women. Many women today are self-employed, running beauty parlors, tailoring businesses, or tiffin services. Yet, banks hesitate to offer them loans because they lack formal income proof. The truth, however, is that these women work tirelessly to support their families. Designing special schemes for them and helping them become homeowners would be not just an economic step, but a social revolution. Now that the government is running campaigns like Housing for All, it must realize that a home is not just a structure of bricks and cement. It is a foundation of dignity, safety, and a secure future. And that foundation will only be truly strong when every section of society has equal access to home loans. The picture of the future is truly fascinating. In the coming years, India's real estate sector will become hyperlocal. This means that technology will operate based on the unique needs, challenges, and solutions of each region. A person living in a village will be able to apply for a loan through a mobile app. Their property will be verified using drones or satellites, and within just a few days, the money will be deposited into their account. But this dream will only come true if the government, fintech companies, banks, and customers all move forward together, building bridges of trust, embracing technology, and making every customer feel that their dream is just as important as that of a millionaire living in a metro city. The story of these everyday heroes in small towns who save every penny to build their dream home, that is the real India. And when this India breaks free from the barriers of loan access and stands confidently on its own feet, only then will we become a truly inclusive, self-reliant, and empowered nation. This is the story of a transformation that is quietly unfolding. And if we all come together and support it, then the day is not far when every citizen of India, whether from a city or a village, will hold the keys to their own home with no fear, no obstacles, only a strong foundation of trust.
Something new. Do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.